Hello guys, Jacob here. Welcome to another episode. As you can see from the title, today we're going to talk about one thing only, metalcore, a genre which I should say I have a love-hate relationship with. Having been a listener for a decade, I should say that I've witnessed the evolution and, in my opinion, the stagnation of this music style. There was a time when metalcore consumed my daily playlist and I couldn't get enough of it. However, as the years passed, I began to notice a decline in the genre's creativity. It's saddening to say that now many metalcore songs right now fail to captivate my interest and often leave me feeling unenthused. Although it's disheartening to see a lack of innovation and fresh idea within the genre as a whole, this year has seen the release of a handful of those of the hardest metalcore albums that genuinely impressed me. Once again, we only talk about those hard-hitting metalcore albums today, which means we'll be focusing on releases that embody the following song characteristics: minimal clean vocals, reduced melodic sections, and of course, tons and tons of distorted guitars. Well, let's cut the bullshit and talk about these 5 albums we like. Number 1 is To Whom or Whither Should My Darkness Flee by Unnamed City. For those who has no notion of this band, I'll give you a quick introduction. Unnamed City is a metalcore band based in Guangzhou, China, who has undergone numerous lineup changes, evolving their sound along the way. The debut full-length album, released in 2017, showcases a tasty blend of melodic hardcore and metalcore. Then, after basically all the original members has been replaced, in 2020 they released their second album called Monolith, a release which took bold leap into the realm of alpha wolfy new metalcore and helped them earn a well-deserved reputation as the king of new metalcore in China and something like that. I'm not boasting here, AEC truly stands out as one of the top metalcore bands in China, given to the limited number of notable acts in this genre. Earlier this year, they released their latest album, To Whom or Whither Should My Darkness Flee. The title itself carries an abstract quality that sets the tone for the entire album. Interestingly, the release deviates from the conventional album structure, lacking a concentrated theme that one might typically expect. Instead, it embraces an element of unpredictability, where each song takes you on an unexpected story journey, leaving you uncertain of what lies ahead. This is just how this album works, randomly and frantically. Aside the typical metalcore sound, this record pushes the boundaries by incorporating diverse elements such as drill, electronics, new metal, K-pop, and even hints of anime music. This fusion of various genres adds an exciting and unconventional dimension to this album, creating a unique experience that breaks away from traditional metalcore conventions. Like, who will ever expect to hear 3 remakes of songs from 3 totally different genres? Well, this album did make that shit happen. But no matter how experimental this album is, it stays loyal to metal itself. The primal and unrelenting energy that defines the essence of this genre retained in this album, as the new vocalist Chester brings forth a visceral and commanding vocal performance that adds an extra layer of intensity to the music. Also, the band's meticulous attention to production shines through, as they skillfully craft a cohesive and powerful soundscape by compacting different instruments and samples, resulting in a tightly woven and impactful sound. And most impressively, the band took full control of the creative process by handling the production, mixing, and mastering entirely on their own. By taking these responsibilities, the band has not only demonstrated their music prowess, but also their dedication and passion for delivering a truly authentic and uncompromising album that reflects their unique artistic expression. By the way, if you're in China and want to see their live performance, they will be opening for Jesus Peace for their show in Guangzhou on November the 8th, so don't miss the chance. Number 2 is Lekoku by Kokeshi. Well, actually, I stopped on this band on the very day I decided to write script for this video. And after I listened to some of the songs, I was like, yeah, this band must be included. Kokeshi is a young band that originated in Tokyo back in 2017. Their music style is self-described as black gaze hardcore, which, as it combines elements of black metal's atmospheric and introspective qualities with the intensity and aggression of hardcore music. And their second album, Lekoku, which was released this year, also exhibits a certain quality of metalcore in addition to their blackened hardcore style. The entire album animates a chilling and malevolent atmosphere brought to life through the devilish chord progression, and occasionally melancholic clean guitar passages. Furthermore, the album showcases a characteristic blackened sound, intensifying the velocity and belligerence of the music. The relentless onslaught of blast beats, coupled with the wall of noise created by the abundance of tremolo pickings, amplifies the album's brutality to new heights. As for the vocalist Nana, all I can say is she's fucking fantastic. Her vocals, seemingly possessed by demons, neatly transition between menacing growls and piercing high-pitched squeals, occasionally accompanied by enchanting whispers. This versatile vocal performance serves as the ideal conduit for the album's Japanese horror and urban legend concept, encapsulating the eerie and haunting essence that the band aims to convey. And number 3 is Fromjoy by Fromjoy. The perfect word to describe this album is mind-blowing, as they should be considered the textbook example for metalcore music in the years to come. First and foremost, this album is heavy as fuck, packing an intense punch that satisfies the craving of any extreme music fan. At the same time, it is an album of highly experiment. For example, have you ever tried to listen to something with bone-crushing riffs, thunderous drums, and guttural vocals, while a vaporwave trap is playing like that? Well, you're gonna hear it in this album. And the guy who loves this make it super tasty. Listening to this album is an experience that is being pondering the question, how the hell did they do that? These guys defy the common templates and fearlessly infuse their music with a variety of unconventional elements, all while maintaining a level of excellence that is truly commendable. In one moment, you're mercilessly pummeled by a brutal breakdown that obliterates everything in its way, only to be swiftly transported to heavenly realm with the ethereal sound of atmospheric drum and bass. This album is a delectable dish painstakingly crafted by the band, blending a diverse array of flavors, as if they've taken elements of jungle, industrial, breakbeat, metalcore, jazz, and ambient music, and a multitude of other ingredients, and expertly combine them into a harmonious and engrossing musical concoction. This record is a testament to the coexistence of extreme heaviness and the coziest chill vibe. So just check it out, you'll thank me. And number 4 is Blossom by Pupil Slicer. It's probably the album that has the most melodic sections and ambience in today's list, but don't get me wrong, it is by no means lacking the heart-hitting energy. It feels like that in recent years, there has been a noticeable resurgence of metalcore acts, reviving the old-day glory of this metal subgenre. And this album of Pure Slicer, I think it is a decent open sesame for those who have yet to step into the world of metalcore. One reason is that its ability to capture the quintessential soundscape of metalcore. It embraces the genre's typical characteristic of technical instrumentation and unconventional time signatures. The album's songs are constructed with a seemingly indigested structure where abrupt shifts in tempo, rhythm, and intensity create a chaotic and unpredictable listening experience. Another reason is that, in comparison to Pupil Slicer's previous album, Blossom manifests a richer and more expansive sound. This album ventures beyond the metalcore route, delving into the territory of screamo, post-hardcore, and progressive metal. This music expansion opens the door for listeners from various subgenres, making it more accessible and inviting for those who may not be familiar with metalcore. So speaking of the record itself, it is a concept album with a first-person abstract narration, telling a space hollow tale, which tackles themes of fear, isolation, and the unknown. For instance, the heavy side of the album, namely track 3, Departure in Solitude, is filled with tons of killer blast beats and dissonant notes, which work in unison to create a sense of a destroyed reality. While the gentle side of this album can be found in The Morning Light, vocalist Kay Davis brings a touch of mysterious light because shoegazing singing chorus, as well as the guitar-driven spatialness and ambient strings that couple with her emotional screams. So if you're looking for an interesting and enjoyable metal album, you'll like to have a great time exploring the depths of this record. Before we move on to discussing the final album I'd like to nominate in this video, I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge some honorable mentions. The first one is Holy Design by Soulkeeper. Last year I might have considered myself a fan of this kind of new metal music, but this year I can't even hear an entire album of this stuff. It just feels like the train is already at the end of a rope where there's no creative potential anymore. So apparently this album is one new metal record, which among others I really have no difficulty listening to. One crucial reason is that it's an album filled with glitches and other peculiar electronic samples, which aligns with the approach I prefer from bands of this style. And the vocal performance from the lead singer is nothing but marvelous. What sets it apart is not just skillful execution of screamo techniques, but the raw and genuine emotion that comes through. In other words, he simply sounds angry, and anger is all I need. Next up is Depth Perception by Click. Another new metal album I think it surpasses the average expectations of the trend, only to an exceptional production helmed by ex-Lost guitarist Connor Sweeney. This whole album carries a vintage vibe in its song texture and encapsulates a wide range of variations in its instrumental arrangements. Another one is All the Angels Cry by World Divided, a solo project spearheaded by musician Daniel Sukta. Forgive me if I mispronounce the name. This project attracts me prominently due to its unique fusion of rave music and metalcore. The EDM side of this album is dense and pronounced, but it differs from genres like metal set and bro step. The focus remains on traditional instruments such as guitar, bass, and drums. What's most fascinating is that despite the prominent electronic elements, the album doesn't lose its heaviness or intensity. Instead, electronic elements actually contribute to an additional layer of aggression in the music. Now move on to the last album in today's list, number 5, Moments Elsewhere by Johnny Booth. All I can say is, this one is the punch direct to your face, leaving you reeling, but there's an undeniable sense of exhilaration and satisfaction that comes along with it. Yes, it's a metalcore album, but it's not that kind of polished heaviness. Instead, embraces unrefined, tumultuous energy that resonates with the raw intensity typically associated with the straightforward hardcore album. The energy radiating from the instruments is palpable, as if it's bursting forth with the uncontainable force. As for Andrew Herman, the vocalist, he channels his aggressiveness into every furious scream, leaving nothing held back. This record fills you with a gratifying feat of invigorating breakdowns and relentless shots that leave you energized. In addition to that, the band also highlights an impressive sense of groove, accompanied by intricately executed passages. It brings an element of enjoyment and excitement to the listening experience. And I must mention the Southern rock influence that the band adopts in this album. The incorporation of this style adds a distinct flavor to their sound. The guitar particularly stand out, as they often shine with groovy notes, infusing the music with soulful and expressive elements, which kind of reminds me of a band that we all like, Every Time I Die. But since ETID is no longer exists, Johnny Booth is a perfect successor for those who want to hear the chaotic, hardcore style rock and roll music. So these are the top 5, or actually 7, hard-hitting metalcore albums that have particularly captivated our attention this year. However, we acknowledge that there may be other exceptional records that we have yet to discover. Please feel free to share your recommendations for additional metalcore offerings in the comment section, as we are always eager to discover new and exciting music. Thank you for watching this video, we hope you enjoy it. We will be grateful if you can hit the subscribe button and follow us on these platforms. We'll see you next time, bye.